Do you remember the bunny with Joe Biden? Remember? Do you remember when the bunny took Joe Biden out? He's not taking Trump out. Anyway, that was a beautiful moment when the bunny saved Joe Biden.
Still want to know who was in that bunny costume. Today, President Trump meeting with major retailers, including Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, and Target, to discuss the impact of global tariff tensions on their businesses. This comes as the U.S. dollar continues to slide, falling to its weakest level since February 2022. Meanwhile, China is threatening to retaliate against countries that are willing to negotiate with the U.S. on tariffs if it ends up hurting Chinese commerce. Our next guest has been calling for the U.S. to raise tariffs on China even higher. We're diving into all this now with Shark Tank investor and O'Leary Ventures chairman Kevin O'Leary. Kevin, great to see you today. Let's talk about, first of all, what is making the market react today the way that it is? We wake up today, each index down somewhere between 2% and 3%. What is this? Is this the threats of Chinese tariffs on other countries, retaliation on other countries should they negotiate with the U.S.?
It's actually two elements. Number one is trying to figure out how long this negotiation with China will last, the standoff, so to speak. And second, Trump jawboning Powell at the Fed. That's an interesting narrative going on as well. So these two things are destabilizing, and part of one of the issues, obviously, is trying to figure out. The Fed is saying everybody's asking one question now. Will, the only thing that matters is how long is the Mexican standoff with China going to last? Because neither country can do without the other. China has to have the consumer market, or everybody in those factories will be unemployed. And frankly, we want to do business with China, but we need it on a level playing field, and they got to stop stealing the IP. Trump gave his list of grievances today. He posted value-added taxes in Europe, but he also listed IP theft, which is a huge problem with China. They just don't care. They just steal IP and they develop products and they dump them back in the U.S. market. All this stuff has to get worked out. So the only question the market's asking is, how long is this going to take? Because Powell can't move without an answer. And frankly, everybody including Walmart and Target, everybody else is trying to figure this thing out. But I'm glad he's doing it. We need to resolve this thing. It's been 20 years. China's been stealing and cheating on the World Trade Organization for 20 years. Let's fix it.
And what's the answer, Kevin? In your estimation, what's the answer to how long this will last, the standoff?
I figure it's going to be another 30 days, probably. It's where's the off-ramp for Xi that he saves face? Same for Trump. But, it's like a game of chicken, two cars going at each other, and they got to find out how this works out. The difference with China versus all the other countries on tariffs, the market doesn't care about the euro negotiation anymore, or England or Switzerland, they're not part of the euro, or Canada or Mexico. It's going to get worked out. It's going to either be 0 or 10% reciprocal, whatever, it doesn't matter. The China deal is more than tariffs. It's the IP theft and access to their markets, and the fact that they raise capital in the U.S. on NASDAQ and New York Stock Exchange, and they don't even comply with GAAP. And now the new SEC sheriff's in town, this Paul Atkins guy, and he's, for lack of a better word, he's pissed. And he wants to delist these Chinese companies. It's a head squeezer, Will. It's a head squeezer. Right. And the Chinese dudes are going to have to deal with this. And I don't know how this solves itself, but while you have this standoff, there's volatility. But I'm glad, I keep saying it, we got to get over this thing. We can't keep doing this forever. So let's have the vol, solve it. Let's move on.
Really quickly, Kevin, this is macroeconomics we're talking. Let's dive into a little bit of microeconomics before we go. But it's a hugely macro problem, and that's falling birth rates. It's not just here at home in the United States, but across the world. Europe and Japan have seen plummeting birth rates. The United States has as well. Elon Musk has said it's a threat to humanity. New people being born are new ideas being born. And so Donald Trump and the administration have talked about baby bonuses, fertility planning, ways to boost the birth rate here at home. What do you think about this micro policy to persuade women, as the New York Times puts it, to have more children?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think Elon's doing a great job making up for the rest of us. I think he's on kid 14 now. Good for him. But, at the end of the day here, The reason people don't have kids earlier, they're expensive. So this is kind of an issue around the cost of living, and education is extremely expensive. So we've got a few things to fix ourselves. Even the Chinese, for a while, started to think, wait a second, how do we feed all these people? And that goes back to the tariff wars. I mean, we're in a very interesting situation now because people are waiting longer. And I'm having a really interesting narrative with my own kids. And what you learn in life, which is kind of crazy, is when you get older, you realize you wish you had your kids earlier. You try
yes, absolutely.
Of it, but really, family's the best thing you can get in America, and you want to have them early. And if I could go back in time, I would have had them a decade earlier. That's just me talking.
Earlier, for me, Kevin, earlier and more. That's my do-over. Earlier and more when it comes to children. It's the joy of life. All right, so I was talking to you, Kevin. Thanks so much for your time.
Take care.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.